22-year-old engineering advocate Marita Cheng has been named Young Australian of the Year for 2012. Marita has received the award for her work encouraging young women to pursue a career in engineering. She joins us now from Canberra. Marita Cheng, congratulations on your award.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
And can you tell me firstly what Australia Day means to you?
Australia Day for me is a day where I celebrate the Australian spirit just by spending the day with my friends and family and having a good time and thinking about what a great country Australia is.
And tell me about your family. How do they feel about this award? Your parents came here from China and you were born in North Queensland, I believe.
That's right. My parents come from Hong Kong, and my mum is very, very proud of me, and I'm really proud of her as well because she's such a great mother. And
can you tell me about your work you're a student at Melbourne University, but your work to encourage young women to take up engineering as a career path?
So in 2008, I founded an organisation called Robogals, which aims to get girls interested in science, engineering and technology. And so what we do, our primary activity is to go to schools with robots and teach girls robotics and try to get them really excited about maths and science and all the possibilities available there.
And what inspired you to do this at such a young age, Marita, when many young people of your age are still sort of saving up to buy their first car, or indeed trying to work out what they want to do with the rest of their lives? You seem to be very driven.
Well, there weren't any girls in my class. Well, there are hardly any. There are only 5 girls out of 50, and in other classes, in other engineering classes that I've been to, for example, when I went on exchange to London, there were only 4 girls out of 120 in the computer science class, and 2 girls out of 150 in the aerospace class. So there were hardly any girls, and I thought this is such a great thing to do. There's so many opportunities to travel, so many interesting projects that you can work on, and it's really creative and involves a lot of teamwork and is really logical.
Yeah. And
I thought, you know, more girls, if they knew about it, I think they'd want to do it, and so I wanted to encourage more girls to pursue it.
Now, Marita, what does being Young Australian of the Year do for your not only for you personally, but for your cause and what you've just been speaking about?
I think it will offer me a remarkable opportunity to speak to the people who will be able to make change happen. For example, speak to the Prime Minister on my thoughts on how science and maths education should be taught from a young age, such that kids all around Australia are really engaged in it. And then have the necessary skills to not just do engineering but also create lots of technologies and create new industries that can bring Australia into the future.
Now, it would be hard to top what you've achieved so far, but you want to go on and start a robotics company, which would be magnificent indeed. Tell me about that.
So after my term is over, yeah. I'd really like to start a technology company because I think that it's such an exciting field to be in. There's so many changes all the time. It's quite cutthroat actually in its own way. Yeah. But I think that you know, if we have all these new engineers that Australia will be creating, then they need a place to work. So,
yeah. What are you imagining that might be the result of a robotics company? What sort of are we talking household items, things to clean up for us?
Yeah, so eventually I'd like to work in and produce personal robotics, which are robots that help us in our everyday lives, yeah, and make our lives easier, and also in the field of medical robots to help the disabled live independent lives.
Terrific. And in the more short term, what are you doing today?
Hanging out with Jeffrey Rush.
That'll be all right.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Been asking him about all the pirate films and
yep,
and the Oscars, so it's been really fun.
Yeah, terrific. Well, thank you very much for your time this morning, Marita. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Paul.
And very impressive what you're doing and your aspirations for the future. It's great.
Thanks so much, Paul. It's great talking to you.